Hello and welcome to My Ride. Today we're going to talk about cruiser bikes in 2022 and why we even have them. They are intended for upright and relaxed riding with your feet forward to get the desired relaxed position. Typically, cruisers got a V-twin engine with huge amount of torque. One of the most famous cruiser bike brands is Harley-Davidson. They got started producing motorcycles in the world wars for the war effort. This had a huge marketing side effect, because when the troops returned from war, they started to desire to ride those bikes again, such as the Harley-Davidson WLA. From World War until today, cruisers in general haven't changed that much. They are pretty much timeless and get little updates from time to time. But that's enough for now with the history part. When you're a sport bike or adventure bike rider, then cruisers might confuse you a bit. The reasons for this bike is just to enjoy the ride, to enjoy the freedom when you're on the bike and the landscape around you. Cruisers are not about speed or anything. They're just about you, the bike, and the open road in front of your tires. I mean, everybody could cruise around with superbikes and 1300cc. But to be honest, these bikes are built to be used at the racetrack. Because of that, your lower back and joints will start to hurt when you're doing such an excessive ride as you could with a cruiser. So if you have problems with some body parts, maybe try to ride cruiser and see if the ergonomics fit you better. Now let's talk about what cruisers are not built for. If you want to be a cool racer, then cruisers aren't for you. If you want to go and ride off-road trails, a cruiser isn't for you. And if you want to be a serious rider, then okay, never mind. Cruisers are in general also built for slow cornering speeds. The foot pegs are pretty low, so you can't get as much lean angle as you could with a sport bike. They are also larger in space and are significantly heavier than sport bikes. Lane splitting could also get pretty hard in some situations where every centimeter counts. So who should ride a cruiser bike then? To be honest, it is made for everybody. You just have to live with its limitations. But if you are a beginner rider, I would recommend you to get a specific beginner cruiser, like the Honda Rebel. That's because, as I already said, cruisers are pretty heavy in general. And this makes cornering, maneuvering it around and picking it up from the floor when you dropped it way harder. And when you drop it, it will get pretty expensive because of all the chrome engine, the chrome exhaust, and the chrome everything. So it will get pretty expensive pretty fast. So if you want to ride a motorcycle and find naked bikes and sport bikes way too uncomfortable, then try a cruiser. When you're now interested in getting a cruiser, don't make the mistake of thinking a cruiser is only a Harley-Davidson. There are several brands that make cruiser motorcycles, like Triumph, Honda, Indian, and so on. But before you buy one, go and do a test ride. I can't really stress that enough. Now I have a question for you. Do you want to try a cruiser, or do you think it's not your thing? Tell me in the comments below what your opinion is. So I hope I was able to tell you something new about cruiser motorcycles. Now have fun riding and see you next time.